Hey, howdy, the liberal, he said to me, "Why do you always fall asleep when I'm talking to you?" I said, "I'm not sleeping, I'm praying." He said, "What are you praying for?" I said, "That you will stop talking so I can go back to sleep." Hey, just saying. The National Geographic people are saying that the 4th of July fireworks are racist. Of course they are. Of course they're racist. Everyone knows that. Fireworks are racist, right? It goes on and on to say that they affect communities of color, right? What's up with that? I mean, you're kidding me, right? What complete nonsense. But that is how these people swing the people on the left. Racist. I mean, I could repeat that several times just trying to get it. Thank goodness I can never get it. Alberta, Canada, wanted to share, hey, everybody, every city, every town, and every country has this, but Alberta, I want to share some of this with you because there's an election coming up in Canada here, probably sooner than later, and someday you people in Alberta have to decide, because you're the only people with a big push going on with regards to being independent, which means to separate from your country. So you need to have a whole bunch of stuff to look at. There's a new website coming online here pretty soon. It's called writeforalberta.com. It's not up and running yet, so don't go there, but soon, and we'll let you know when. It's going to give you all of the good and the bad reasons, pros and cons, as to staying in and or leaving your country, right? And here's a couple of reasons maybe why you should go. I mean, when you pay taxes, it's okay if you get something back. It's all about that give and take stuff. I mean, if you live in Medicine Hat, I mentioned this the other day, actually, it's $206 million that you pay each and every year. You got, let's go down the list. You got Lethbridge, $218,000 million that go to the feds. This is in addition to what you pay your municipal people, your provincial people, and so on, right? You got Tabor, a little town, $25 million. You got Brooks, another little town, $77 million. What do you get for that? That's a lot of money. $77 million for a little town. I don't know the population, but pick it. You know it, maybe. And what do you get? What do you get? Roads and protection. I guess the police are there, the RCMP. But the government pays for them, the municipal government and the provincial government. You know what, it goes on. And then you got Pincher Creek, $14 million. And the list, I got every town in Alberta on this list. Morinville, small town, $22 million. Smoky Lake, a really small town, $5 million. Looking for a town that I know here with regards to size. I don't know, here what we got, Clyde, $3 million, population of 800 people. So, do that math, and are you getting the services back? Again, giving is no big deal. I've often said about the GST, it's 5%, make it 85%. Let's get the debt paid, and then we can all stand back and go, hey, isn't that great? No more debt now. But they don't do it that way. They get more money. They always tax something. They kind of make us all crazy. Think about this. If you hire a man, let's say you have a company, a reasonably profitable company. If you hire a man to run that company and he hires a whole bunch of other bad guys kind of like him, and he runs your company into debt and he loses money, more and more money all of the time, and he destroys the morale of all of your other workers, and he's got everybody mad, and he starts giving your money away to other people, what do? You fire him. Not a hard decision, was it? Doesn't take much to think on that. When you fire him, Prime Minister of Canada, how's that work? Should you fire him? And Biden in the US and so many other places, I get it. But I want to focus on Canada a little bit because it's quite unbelievable to me, because the polls, if you can believe the polls typically are for strippers and dogs. I understand that, and polls influence people. And that's why often polls are made up and kind of lied about, fibbed about, pick your wordage, right? But in Canada, the press is controlled now by the Liberal government, so you can't really believe what they say, because they say what they're told to say. They can't think. No one can tell them what to think, because that's not possible. What they do is they make it up. And they do, when people tell them to make it up. In Canada, the press, I think it's $60,000 a year per person who works in the press that comes from the federal government. So how do you call them names, right? that's probably, not many do. So the Liberals show that they're ahead in the polls. So let's just for a minute say that that's accurate. Then you look at the Conservative Party and say, excuse me, you got this guy who's back, go back to that other story. He's done everything bad, and everyone with a mind, even if he didn't have a mind, I think, you would fire him. But for some reason, he continues to go up in the polls, and you, O'Toole, and your party continue to go down. Why? I know why. It's because you don't do anything different. You're basically the same. I mean, for heaven's sakes, O'Toole, step down. Do it quick. And all of you people within the party, have a leadership convention quickly. Within a couple of weeks, you can do it. We have internet now. It's a modern world, don't you know? Because you're going to lose. I mean, I know members of parliament, sitting members of parliament in Canada, who tell me that they're not going to win. They whisper, but they're not going to win because they are influenced by what they read in the paper, and so are voters. I don't think it was true when they started with all the rhetoric, but it is now. And the lies get to be truth if you talk enough about them. Canada, you need help. Conservative Party, move along. You need somebody who can stand up within the next month. I mean, because it's July. And apparently there could be an election in September. You need somebody quickly. Or O'Toole, can you make him a conservative in a couple of days? Not too likely. Hey, pausing now because I'm going to end it. I'm in Houston, Texas, September 3rd to 5th for the annual meetings and exhibits of the NRA, National Rifle Association. I'll be there. Me and 5 million of my closest friends are members of the NRA, life member, don't you know? Canada, the CSSA, Canadian Shooting Sports Association. There's other ones too, but those are kind of my buddies. I've been with them for years, and they also have a show every year. COVID last year kind of wrecked that. I'm hoping they have one this year. And Tony Bernardo, Ed Ballou, I think y'all are coming down to Houston. Hey, make sure you do. We're going to have a good time. Don't you know? Hey, y'all come back, and we'll have more for you the day after tomorrow. We put a show out every second day. Just in case y'all didn't know, come to our website. Lots of interesting, fun stuff there. All these memes, too, that you see. There's a category or a little clicky place on the websites. You can go back and look at them and use them. Take them. Goodbye.